Hi, my name is Mike Kahn. I'm the family and children's pastor at First Baptist Church, Madill, Oklahoma. And I've been asked by a couple of folks if I would just share the way that I give an invitation to in a kids ministry event. So whether that's Sunday morning or Sunday night or Wednesday night or Vacation Bible School or Kids Camp or any other special event, mission trips, anything like that, I try to give the invitation the same every time. And it almost sounds, if you listen to it, it almost sounds like I'm asking a kid not to come to Jesus. And that's not really it. But I don't want to confuse them. I want to be clear with them, and I don't want to manipulate a kid. I don't think there's any place at all in ministry for manipulation. A lot of times we'll do that to pad numbers or to do whatever, lots of different reasons, I guess. But I just want to be very clear, and kids are so pure. They're so honest, good or bad, good or bad. And I want to make sure that I don't manipulate that or prey on their emotions or anything like that. So that's why I do it the way I do it. What I actually say is, if you've ever asked Jesus in your heart, or you've ever trusted Jesus, or Jesus has ever saved you, all those things mean the same thing. You've ever believed that Jesus is who He said He is, believed and trusted Him, then all of those things are the same. So don't get hung up on, well, I got saved, but I don't know if I really trusted Jesus or not. Those are different ways that we all kind of say the same thing. So if that's ever happened to you, man, I'm so proud of you. Give me a 5, and because I want to encourage them. Man, give me a 5, and then you're dismissed, which is just a polite way of saying, please get out. You're dismissed to go to the next thing, whatever they have planned next. So if you've ever trusted Jesus or been saved, or you believe that Jesus is who He said He is, or any of those things, or you've been baptized already even, then man, give me a 5, way to go. I'm so proud of you. And then they'll give me a 5, and then they'll go out with their leader to the next thing. And then you've got kids in the room that are still there. Also, let me say, I don't offer it for pre-K and kindergartners. I dismiss them first, and I'm so proud of them. I give them 5s. Man, I'm so glad you guys are here. If they bring it up, I don't mean that God can't speak to kids that are 4 and 5 years old. I don't mean that. But when that happens, they're going to come to you. So they'll come to me. So I don't offer that for them. But I don't exclude them either. If they're in the room, great. But I'm not going to go to their small group class or Sunday school class and say, "Okay, kids, have you ever tried?" I won't do that with them at that age. So once they're dismissed, the kids who've already trusted Jesus, then the rest of them, I say, okay, listen, this is so great. I'm proud of you too, because this takes courage to be in this situation and to know what you need to know now is you need to know about sin and what that is. That's a word that's used in the Bible. It's kind of a churchy word that we use a lot. It just means not pleasing God. A sin is anything that doesn't please God. And you and I all do that. So because we do that, we need somebody to take care of us. Because we sin, but God is holy. He's perfect. And because we sin, we can't be with Him except for a sacrifice. And then John 3:16, God loved the world so much that He sent His only Son, that whoever believes in Him should not perish but have eternal life. So if we will trust Jesus, then that is the gift that God has sent us. He is the gift that God has sent us. And so when we trust Jesus, then we immediately, it is a download of salvation, if you will. But then it's a process from there on how do we become a follower of Jesus. It's one thing to be saved and to have that salvation, but it's a different thing to be a disciple. And that really is the reason why I do it this way, is because we don't need people cycling back and getting re-saved, We don't need that. Jesus didn't say. He said, "Make disciples." And so once you are a disciple, once you have trusted Jesus, then we work on the disciple process. I don't ever speak about rededication, and the reason is because we all make bad choices, and you can manipulate with that. The speaker can manipulate with that just as easily, if not more easily, because of the guilt that a kid would feel after already trusting Jesus. So I don't talk about rededication, but when someone has a question, well, I need to make better choices. Okay, we can go there. Now that's what we're talking about, we can go there. And there's a verse in the Bible, passage in the Bible, where Jesus says, "Take up your cross daily and follow me." And my daughter and I had that conversation about 6 months ago after an event that someone talked about rededication, and she started having some questions, and she trusted Jesus 4 years ago. So that's one of the reasons probably that I do it the way that I do it, my experience with my kids. So I present the gospel. I talk about sin, then I present the gospel and tell them what Jesus did. I don't believe that the God who created the universe only has one opportunity for us to trust him. So I tell them, man, I'm so proud of you that you're still here and that you're listening. And you have a choice. Today may be your day to trust Jesus. If it is, man, that is great. But if it's not, that's okay too. I'm still going to pray for you. And then if you have questions, when you have questions, you can always come to me. You can come to your small group leader. You can come to your Sunday school teacher. Come to your mom or your dad or whoever takes care of you. Because my job is to help them. My job is to walk with them. And I don't get into that a whole lot. I just want them to know they have a lifeline when they have questions. And then at the end, no matter if they trust Jesus or if they don't. Actually, if they don't trust Jesus, then I will take them to their parent and tell them about the conversation we've had. Because they may ask questions at home. And that's great. And then let mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, whoever takes care of them, let them know I'm here for you. Whatever you need from me, I'd be glad to help with. But if they say they do want to trust Jesus, if their mom or dad is in the building, I go get them. Because I want to connect them immediately as a spiritual leader. And if mom or dad if they feel comfortable to lead in the prayer, and you'll know that, you know the workers and who's there. If they feel comfortable to do that, then I want to be there. I just want to be a part of it, have my hands on both their shoulders and pray with them as their mom or dad leads. If their mom or dad doesn't want to leave, that happens the most often, they want to be a part of it, but either they're so emotional they can't speak or they don't want to mess it up. So then I don't mind leading in the prayer, but I want to make sure if mom or dad or grandma or grandpa, whoever is there, whoever's the leader of their home is there, that's just icing on the cake. Because the goal is to equip them to be the spiritual leader of their own home. And that's one of the things that we get to do as well. So that's just a few minutes about how and why I do the invitation to children the way that I do. I hope that's helpful. Thanks. Have a great day.